Hi, my name is Andrew Cheng. For today's topics, let's discuss the different types of VLAN. A VLAN, which is a virtual LAN, is a collection of network devices that are grouped logically to form a separate broadcast domain. Why do we use VLANs? To reduce our broadcast domain, to increase security, to save costs rather than to purchase physical equipment, as well as to group devices in the same broadcast domain across multiple devices, regardless of where is the physical location. In HP, we have three different types of VLANs. The first one, access port, which is used for endpoints that is connected to printers and PC. It only belongs to one VLAN, which is untagged. The second one, trunk port, used between switch to switch. VLANs are 802.1Q tag. There are default VLANs with untagged, which is VLAN 1. For trunk port, it can be one untagged and multiple tag. The third one, hybrid port, can be multiple untagged, multiple tag, typically used for IP phone or for other special kind of VLAN like IP subnet VLANs. It's quite simple to create VLANs. These are some of the simple methods to create VLANs. You can just type to create VLAN 100s, or you can create a range of VLANs by using the to command. Let me show you. This is my switch that is 5800 series. We have a default settings. Let me rename it. At this point in time, it's in user view. Let me change to system view, where I can rename these switches to switch 1 or switch A. So let's create some VLANs. VLANs 100, as well as a range of VLAN 200 to 600. VLAN, wait first, VLAN 200 to 600, a range. Let me display out different type of VLANs that I have just created. So you can see from here, I have created VLAN 100 as well as 200 to 600, and there is a default VLAN 1. To create access port, if I want to plug a PC or printers into one of the port, for example, I use port 1. I have two different type of methods to create an access port. First, method 1. I go into the VLAN, let's say VLAN 100, and I just access the port into it. Port gigabit 1/0/1. That's all. Let me show it to you. Display VLAN 100. Do you see that it's already untagged in VLAN 100? This will be method 1, which is the simplified versions. Let me show to you the second method to do a access port. Let me use port 2. In this case, I will change the port link type to access. You don't really need to do these commands. Let me show to you why. The reason is by default, all A series port are in access port. If I do a display of interface brief, do you notice that all the type are in access? Okay. So the command I place over here is just for shown, but in real life you can actually skip it. So let me just key in port link type access, which by default is already access. and I just want to untag this port 2 into VLAN 100. Port access VLAN 100. Let's prove it. VLAN 100. Do you see port 2 over here? Yeah. So you have method 1, which you just go into the VLANs directly and just untag port 1s into VLAN 100s. You have the second method. Go directly into the interface. Change the port type to access if it's indifferent, and just permit it into VLAN 100s. And that's how you create an access port. For trunk port, let's try. If I want to connect between switches to switches, most of the times I will use trunk port. Let me show to you which I use port 3, for example. I go into the interface of port 3, change the port link type to trunk. And I just need to permit which VLANs is being allowed. So I tag it by doing a port trunk permit VLAN 100. Let's prove it. Display VLAN 100. Do you notice that this port 3 is being tagged? And the last of all will be the hybrid port. Most of the time it's used for IP phone. Let's say that I have a port 4 which is connected to one of the IP phone. I go into my interface, port 4. I change my port link type from access to hybrid. I need to undo the voice VLANs because I want to do a manual setup. Mode, I undo the auto, and I do a hybrid PVID, port VLAN ID, which is what we call the default native VLANs, which is default 1. I'm going to change it to VLAN 200. And I'm going to do a port hybrid VLAN 200 as untagged. Remember, hybrid can have multiple untag, multiple tag. Once it's done, I just need to change to voice VLAN 200 and just enable it. That's all. That's how you create access port, trunk port, and hybrid port. Thanks everyone.